Oh, shit. Hello. Says I'm live. I think I'm live. Give me hang on, where's the chat? There it is. Hello, everybody. How are you? Are we live? Are we not live? Turn that off a minute. Saying there's people watching. Hello, hello, hello. Right. Let's get down to it. Got a few things to show, a few things to talk about. Oh, hang on. Turn it. Oh, I can hear myself back. Good. Video turned off. Yeah, I know. I'm doing some at a minute, so which I don't want people to see. So I turn the video off. Turn it back on. There I am now. Look. Hello. There you go. Need to sort some stuff out. I'm a bit of a piggle because I just come off of somebody else off of Jim's, and I'm a bit of a piggle. I want to talk. We want to talk about. There's a few documents I want to talk about tonight. And a few news articles because it's really ramping up within the southwest. The whole asylum seekers within the local area, North Somerset, to be precise. So I want to talk about this document there, the Asylum's Accommodation and Support Contract. It's a massive document, massive read. We were talking about it last night. It's very important because what's happening, it is really, really unbelievable. Let me just get this other picture up. Because what's happening at the moment, all these local authorities, not local authorities, private companies are getting extortionate amounts of money to provide accommodation, blah de blah de blah, to asylum seekers. You can clearly see there that the amounts that we're talking about. I put out people that I tweeted these amounts out. £4.5 billion is already being spent on accommodation and their food. You all seen last night the big laundry truck that was pulling out of the hotel, right? That place is a small hotel. So what laundry? So what? All their sheets, bedding. It's an amazing amount of money that is being spent. You all seen the packaging for the food that they're being prepared. So that's being prepared by a private company. So we are paying out 4.5 billion to accommodate, feed, house them, keep them warm a year. So what? So far. So it leads me to believe then why are we actually let me just find this photograph so I can bring it up. Why are we actually doing stuff like this? If I can find the photograph, go to downloads. It's the only problem when you haven't got you've only got 20 spaces to queue. Why are we then setting up funds like this? This is actually happening at the moment. Mental. And then we get news articles in the papers saying that bus drivers within the route are refusing to pick up the passengers from the local bus stops because of, they're saying it's racial now because the police have put it down as a hate incident. It's not a crime. It was a hate incident. Excuse me. What's going on? When is it breaking point? When do we have a breaking point and say, look, we ain't got no money. We got no money. We're sending billions to Ukraine, billions to house asylum seekers. Where is that money coming from? Now, I've just ranted on for a few minutes. I'm going to have a look at the chat to see what people are actually. Let me just cut that off of there. There we go. Oh, I'm back. I'm a bit slow, so I'm going to turn my camera off. So yeah, my camera's off because the video and audio is not marrying up. I've got loads, so I'm just going to find a. Hopefully, I can get it playing. A news article. Let me bring it up this way. From The Guardian. Whenever it's going a bit slow because I'm using the wrong computer, obviously, tonight. Come on. Here we go. Yeah. Guardian GCHQ. Yeah, definitely. Here we go. So let me just bring that into the stream. So we've got here. Well, we ain't going to be able to read. There we go. We click off that shite. So bus drivers near Bristol accused of refusing to pick up asylum seekers. Stage 8 West Coast deny finding evidence incident was racially motivated after complaints to police. All right. So this was an incident outside the A38 hotel. I'll show you the footage of the bus stop. We all seen it yesterday. On the route near Bristol have been accused of refusing to pick up asylum seekers who live in an isolated rural hotel. Mind you, there is a minibus that they have access to that the hotel is provided between Winford Manor and the Holiday Inn, because I've seen the bus driver that drives that little minibus at both locations. So, and that was the same minibus. Subsequently transpires there, I think I got a photograph somebody sent me of, they smashed the back window of the minibus at the moment, so they're not using it. So that's maybe why there's a little bit more of an influx of them using the public transport. This was obviously dated yesterday, Monday the 3rd. You're obviously reading it if you can. So it says, by all accounts, something about spitting. There has been spitting incidents as well. But some asylum seekers claim the men have been left at the side of the road by bus drivers refusing to pick them up. Avon and Somerset police confirmed on Monday it was called, and the driver said he could not accept cash payment, right? Which is quite reasonable, you know. If you've got no other means of payment, then it can't be. What are they supposed to be done? What'll happen then, right? If I got on the bus and the bus driver couldn't accept cash payment, you either don't travel or you find alternative means of payment, isn't it? That's normally. But by all accounts, somebody went home, felt it was a hate crime, and then called the police. So I'll just let you have a quick read of that article. It's, you know, it's all playing on, you know, where is Paul is the asylum seeker. Paul is the asylum seeker. All right, but most of these are adult male. There was 541 crossings or something, is it yesterday? On 9 boats. Absolutely mental. We can confirm that we have had a number of recent incidents involving the attempted use of invalid tickets and unacceptable behaviour. We have also supported a female bus driver complaint to the police after she was spat at and subject to verbal abuse by 2 males. Now, that is true because also there has been, I've reported on there has been there has been reports of the locals now harassing the local girls when they were out riding horses. So, I wonder if I can find the document. Oh yeah, I can. I got it, haven't I? Show it. Document that I did a freedom of information request on Winford Manor. And I did the freedom of information request to Winford Parish to what they know. Bring it up, and we can have a chat about that as well. Come on. Bit slow tonight. My computers are like not not running. But you can all hear me, can't you? You can hear me okay? Nobody said anything yet. I probably might even be talking to myself. Who knows? Yeah, I got an email from Mark. So if Mark's watching, I will. Thank you. I will read that in a bit. Where was it? Where is it? Here we go. Winford. I do apologise for this short interruption. Any problem when you get loads. Winford. Let's do a search. 5x5. Thank you very much. Here we go. Do. Right. How do I share that? Right, I'm going to share it now. Hopefully you're going to be able to read it. There we go. This is all of the email correspondence received regarding Winford Manor. Let's see if I'm able to. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you're going to be able to read that now, aren't you? Right. Like I said, this is all correspondence between Winford Parish Council regarding the use of Winford Manor to house asylum seekers. So it said, "Dear Paula, Paula is the clerk of the town council." So minute taker, blah, 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 blah. It says, Winford Manor has been identified by the Home Office as a hotel for asylum seekers awaiting their applications to remain in the United Kingdom to be processed. Right. So it's a hotel then, is it? Not a hostel. Well, we proved we proved that it is a hostel planning acts C1 or something like that. So, and we've discussed that, right? The council was only alerted to this a short time ago, and it has been made clear to us we cannot object to the use of the permission. Well, that's correct. That's 100% correct. So that's, we go further down and we've got the actual email response from the Home Office, right? And the only thing that has been redacted on this whole document is the response email address to and the name of the person who it came from within the Home Office. So we'll carry on. Each local asylum seekers, right? Well, local authority didn't know anything about it prior to them rocking up on their doorstep. And the council meeting clearly stated, he said the first I knew about the Winford Manor situation was I read a post on Facebook. Absolutely crazy. So where was I? Each local authority has been instructed to summon anticipating that the hotel are for short-term. The local authority will soon be expected. Those we've discussed that already as well, haven't we? Those alternative occupancies and social housing within local authorities, whereby they're going to be, excuse me, I'm going to have to cough. They're going to have to allocate a certain amount of houses within local authorities. So people that have been on the housing lists for years are going to be outdone. They're going to be is it jump in the queue? Would you all class that as jump in the queue? Yes or no? Is that could you be saying that, oh look, that's not being accepting, that's not being diverse enough, that must be you're being racist just because they're not from this country? It's not, clearly, is it? It's, to me, we've got a homeless crisis mental in the United Kingdom already, but we're potentially adding to the fact because, if I look, if I have a house and I'm renting it to one family, yeah, and let's just say it right how it is. If I wanted to rent more working class English, let's just say, for example, using an example, right? But I've got a potential to turn my property around and turn it into somewhere that can house 8. What am I going to do? Right? I'm going to serve as a landlord because I'm perfectly entitled to have anyone I want living in my property. What am I going to do? I'm going to go, oh, sorry, here's your section, whatever. Can't remember. We can look into that. I'll serve you notice to vacate. Yeah, you can go down the route of, you know, squatters. Yeah, there's all that. But then it's inevitable. It's my house and I can do the fuck I like with it. Right. And then I go and turn it into an HMO. And then I house loads of asylum seekers at a higher rental value because there's no rental cap, as I keep saying, rental cap on asylum seekers or refugee status. On a bus, some bus services, and you get free travel. You know, my sound keeps cutting out. Is it all right for everybody else, or is it just cutting? Is it cutting in and out? I just lowered it. Hello, 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 hello. Says it cuts out intermittently. Check connection on sound. Right. Hello. Yeah, cut. Hello, 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 hello. I'm still sharing the screen, aren't I? Bullshit. Stop sharing. Problem is my computer's going so slow. Some are saying okay, some are saying intermittently, but my computer is well slow. Hang on, because I can't even get rid of the stop sharing screen at the moment. That's why you're seeing infinity. What I might do is I might end this one and set up the other computer because it's only by my side. But what I'm going to have to do is go into the stream. I will auto stop. So you'll just get a spinny window until I get back. You know, the normal spinny window when I've lost the stream. Sorry, guys. Yeah, hang on. It's going like 4 miles an hour on my computer. Just play some music. What we got? No. So just bear with me. I'm sorting it. I am still here. come on. Yeah, saying the stream's current bit rate is too low. So, like I said, what's going to happen is you're going to lose the little spinny window syndrome for a little bit. But I will be back as soon as I've connected the other computer and it's all booted up. So you're going to have to give me a minute.
Shut up.
No, I don't need everyone to shut up. Right, guys, you are going to be gone for a minute. You are, well, maybe a little bit more. So bear with me. I'll speak to you all in a minute. Don't know if this is going to come back on the same one or go to a new one. But I hope with a bit of magic, I'm going to come back on the same live and pop up. Am I back? Can you all hear me? Am I all right now? Or am I still cutting out? I'm going to come back on the screen right now. There I am. Please tell me that sorted it now. Please. Yes, no. Good. Now, on this restream, because my mixer does all the processing before it sends it out, right, to the computer. But on this program here, it has noise suppression, noise cancellation. So what was happening, both the programs were trying to fight with each other. So I'm now gone back to this. So you can all see and hear. Everything seems in sync. Yeah, I'm doing a little dance to see if it's... Yeah, cool. Right. Let's see if I start bringing other things in, will it play it up? Where was I anyway? Where was I? I can't even remember what I was talking about. Picture's good, sounds good. We're all good. Sorry, I was just having a look. Right. I've lost all my trailer thought. What's that? Things you don't want us to see. Had to reload. Yeah, no, that sounds pretty like in a sexual. Like had to reload. Yeah, basically had to go out and come back in. Right, I've lost all my trailer thought. Let's have a think. See, now I've got a different screen. I'm all a pickle, so I need to open up some documents, don't I? Right. So bear with. So I'm going to open up this document. Amongst my hundreds of other documents, I've got. Excuse me. Right. See if I can zap that screen. Have I zapped it in the right place? There we go. So we zap it there. Right. And I full screen it. There we go. Right. We're cooking on gas, people. We are cooking on gas. The only thing I didn't do is set the where I do the mouse to go off the screen. It's like in the wrong fucking direction. But hey ho, never mind. I'm just like amazed that I've got my stream to pop up in the same feed, and you just didn't have a spinny circle for hours on end. It's like, wow. So where was I? Now I can share screens without you seeing stuff I don't want you to see. You are quite, and then I'll pop up in that little corner down there amazingly, and we could all talk still. Right. This document is, it goes with the other document. So the contracts, the one that awards the contracts and the ones that give out on the money and tell them what, under the contract terms, what they have to provide for the fucking, the service users. Fucking sorry. So yeah, this document accompanies that. I've lost so many. I got 95 on. Oh, 101 now, going up. So this document supports it, and it's very good. If I got to go on to trying to fucking do it on that screen. Hang on. Right. Where's my mouse? There it is. Right. So that document, the Asylum Accommodation and Support Schedule 2, says this is statement of requirements. So when these are basically just the what would you call them? Clauses within that document. So this is what the contract holder have to do in relation to the service users. Well, we'll skip to the good part. We'll skip to the good part. Here we go. The authority may, upon reasonable notice, normally 5 days, working days, in conjunction with the provider, jointly monitor any aspect of the contract delivery. Where is it? Where it goes into, they have to put in place all planning local authorities. I thought, that's not. It's on page fucking 20, isn't it? I'm not 12. There you go. Local authority, the provider, i.e., like Winford Manor, the hotel, the provider shall develop a close working relationship with the local authority in which service users are fucking service users are accommodated. The support levels, the effective coordination of provider and local authority delivered services. So basically, it goes on to say within the document that they have to apply for all planning in relation to what they're doing. So they have to abide by it before they move in. There is a word in this. I got to find it. And it does actually state before they move in. There we go. Ensure house and multiple occupancy HMO's accommodation is licensed by the relevant local authorities where applicable, in accordance with statutory requirements and all local requirements prior to the using the HMO's accommodation to house service users. So all planning permissions have to be in place and abided by before they move in. So when we was at the meeting and they say, "Oh, we'll have to go and check on that," they clearly know they're in breach of their planning laws. They do. So anyway, let's bring more stuff in. More. We're going to go back to the bus stop, shall we? We'll go back to the bus stop. We go back to that because that just you know amazes me. Where is it going? It's not going in the right. Shite. There it is. Because it's going behind it. That's why. Close that down. Because I ain't got my mouse, and that's the problem. Don't have a mouse. You can't drag everything easily. So where's that screen gone? Damn you, technology. Damn you. There it is. Now, why ain't it coming over on there then? Maybe because we can play up through here. Sorry. Just stupid, aren't I? So, Telegram document, allow. So I showed it last night. Show it again tonight for all you that didn't tune in last night. I hope you're going to be able to hear it. No, I'm going to have to turn mix minus off. Hang on. Just give me a second. Audio processing. No. Operations. Shite. Where's my mix minus? Da-da-da-da. No. So I want you to be able to hear the audio. So I have to turn mix minus off because it will mix minus that sound out because, yeah, there it goes, it's off. Right, so you're going to be able to hear it. It's only 25 seconds long. Maybe that's why the bus driver refused them to get on the bus today, because maybe of drinking. Only people that use this bus stop now are the service users from the hotel. There you go. There you go. Madness, isn't it? Absolutely madness. Madness, they call it madness. Well, shall we show? Well, shall we show? Yeah, why not? Why not? Because I'm annoyed. This is quite affected me, really. People don't. This has upset me a lot. A lot. So we'll play this now. Can you all hear? Put 5x5 if you can hear the actual all the audio on the clips.
I'm not giving you consent to record me. You need to move back.
Touch me again, I'll knock you the fuck out.
The camera off my face.
No, you walked into a
What
camera.
I'm telling you, put the camera off
No.
my face. What
are you going to do about it?
If you put it on, I'm going to smash it.
You're going to smash
Don't
it?
put it on my face.
What's your name?
You don't need to know my name.
Yeah, I do, because you made a threat.
Yeah, I'm not threatening you.
You did. You said you're going to smash my property.
Because you're putting it on my face.
I haven't put nothing in your face. You come to a camera.
You
Touch
move
me.
back. Move back.
Touch me again.
Move back.
I can ask questions, whether or not you answer them.
If you're professional,
Yeah.
you will be. You're just.
No. If you were professional, how am I being racist? Drinking's haram, isn't it? How is that being racist?
I don't know.
I'm asking a question. Okay. I'm asking a
To
question.
put the camera in his face.
You don't have a right to lay a hand on another man. You don't have a right.
You can hold the camera like that. You don't need to put a camera on my face.
There you go again. I have every right.
Put the camera on my face.
I have every right to
Why
film
you. Put
you.
the camera on my face?
I have every right to film you. How long is it going to take before police is going to action that?
I'm just having a look here, see if I've got any updates at the moment. I may not, but I will just have a quick look for you. Yeah, so not as of yet. So it will be waiting to be assigned to an officer. So it's got an investigations team to look to make contact with you. So I'd say normally sometime within the next week, someone would look to make contact.
The next week.
That's correct.
The
Yes.
next week.
That's exactly what I've said. Yes.
Right. I just thought I'd let that sink in. A week. So we all know what's going to happen now is that security guard is no longer probably going to be at the A38, and Jaguar probably say that he's been fired, but they've moved him somewhere else. Distortion brought up a very good point just now. I thought yesterday before I went whether or not I should come down to the shed, unlock all the padlocks, and get this out and take that with me. Because yesterday I didn't have that with me. What would have happened, because I am so, well, I slept today for like 5 hours because I feel quite bad. That's got me quite emotional and upset by the. They may not have liked my actions, and you know, unfortunately, I was there documenting what was going on. They might not like it, but it doesn't give them a right to actually lay a hand on another human being. And I get quite emotional when I see violence towards other people, and when violence is then invoked onto me. It's called being an empathetic person. You feel other people's emotions, but you know, when it happens to you, you get quite emotional. So when I see another human being, you know, hitting another human being, and but I'm that human being, it's upset me today. But what would have happened if I would have used that yesterday? Because by my reckoning, the first time he struck me, because you look at it, let's play it again to see how long it takes him and how much warning he gave me before he actually struck me. Da, 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 da. Sorry, guys.
I'm not giving you consent to record me. You need to move back.
Touch me
Move
again,
back.
I'll knock you
I'm
the
not
fuck
touching-
out.
Few seconds, came with an aggressive manner, straight away, with an aggressive manner. And assaulted me. Now, definite, it's actually classed as battery. It's low level. Battery's pretty low level. Nonetheless, it's what they call unwanted contact, isn't it? So he didn't really give me an opportunity to, and mind you, if you look at it, and I will try and pause it at that relevant time when the cat, because I made sure, right? I only went literally. I'm going to bring up the whole video, and we're going to dissect it, because I believe that Avon, I want this on record, that I believe that Avon and Somerset are not going to do a fucking thing about it. And that's part of why I feel quite upset about it today, because it's yeah, absolutely. Gonna play it.
You know, you don't
I'm
have
asking
the right to
question.
put the camera in his face.
You don't
You
have
don't
a
have the
right
right.
to lay a hand on another
I'm telling
man.
you,
You don't have a
can
right.
hold the camera like that. You don't need to put a camera on my face.
There you go again. I have
You don't
every
need to put
right.
the camera on my face.
I have every right to
Why
film
you. Put the
you.
camera on
Hold
my
on a minute. There we go. That is the right one. Right. So obviously most of you have seen
You know,
it.
you don't
I'm
have
asking
the
the
right to
question.
put the camera in his face.
You don't have a
the
right
right.
to lay a hand on another
I'm
man.
telling you,
You don't have a
can hold
right.
the camera like that. You don't need to put a camera on my face.
There you go again. I have
You don't
every
need to put
right.
the camera on my face.
I have every right to
Why
film
you. Put the
you.
camera on my face?
So we can critique it. anybody that come in, any lefty, anybody they want to come in, you know, replay the video, critique myself. If you want to say to me that I'm out of order and what I did, say it in the chat. It's perfectly fine because all comments are, you know, are allowed. So we'll critique my video, and if we can say that I did wrong or I deserve that in any way, shape, or form, then yeah, I'll accept it. Gonna go. Well, we're back at the Holiday Inn. You can all hear and see it, okay? Yeah. Because of the reports in the paper today, is that stagecoach bus driver refused. Obviously, we spoke about that that report as well, didn't we? The stagecoach one. It was done by the Guardian first, and then all the local papers picked it up after. Refused them access to the bus today. But ooh, none on the gates. Very important that you all, you know, because I'm critiquing it because I've already watched it and I critiqued it already. Very important you see where my foot placement is in relation to when all of them are around me, where I am located, when they're all around me, when the main barrage of assaults took place. Now, the critique I've got, yes, I went on to private property, but there was no physical barrier there restraining me. So private property with public access at that time is a civil trespass, and at least they would have had to ask me to leave. But by the time the barrages of assaults happened, the first assault that happened, I made sure I am already off of the property. I am behind the line. It is important that you keep your eyes on those cones. Yes, I do go within 2 feet just 2 feet inside. You see the chair on the corner. I don't go past that chair, so I don't really go past the actual curvature of the end curve stones. Let's have a look, see if I can bring it on the actual. You can see the mouth. No. Oh shit! It's gonna bring it up. But there is some. You see the curved stones going around there. I don't go basically in front of that. I'm always behind it. But by the time the main barrage of assaults started, I am off of the property. Okay, because they've made the barrier, they've made the physical line, they've showed me where their property boundaries are, which is I can't go further than those cones. So I've made sure when it started, I'm behind those cones. Watch. Oh, look, security's coming out. Look, he's going out. There you go. I'm not really. I'm in line now with the end. I'm in line with the end. I'm in line with the end.
It's private property.
Private property. Yeah. I say no.
No. Because I've had enough. I've had enough of all the bullshit reports.
Now, as you see me, I took a step back. I'm now taking
so we're waiting
steps
for the
back.
police to come, yeah? Go and call them.
There you go. I'm stepped back again. I'm now walking
right.
across.
I've got loads of videos, haven't I? Load of videos of them. How many times did the police come here? How many times have the police been called here in the last few weeks?
I'm not giving you consent to record me.
There you go. See it? Right.
Touch me again.
Right. We'll see if I can. Can I just go back?
Yeah, that's right. I've got loads of videos, haven't I? Load of videos.
I am actually in line with all those cones now. I'm stood on the line.
How many times have the police been called here in the last
I am
few weeks?
Up to the mark when he attacked me.
I'm not giving you consent to record me.
There you go. Do you see where I am in relation? I am in line with those cones.
Touch me again, I'll knock you the fuck out.
See it? where it spanned back round. There was a cone there. I'm in line, right? So he assaulted me still when I'm off the property because I'm not stupid. I've been doing this a long time, right? I know what I can and can't do. I know how far I can push things, right? That was a unwanted, that's assault and that's a battery because, yes, anything that's attached to me is an extension to me. It doesn't give the right to touch it. If I grabbed a copper's pepper spray or I grabbed his radio or anything like that is unwanted assault. It's a battery. End of story. So he just battered me once.
Touch me again, I will defend myself. Touch me again, I will knock you the fuck out.
All right.
Put in my hand.
Verbal abuse.
You
Yeah, a
won't
little
touch
bit
me,
out of
mate.
order.
Listen,
I made him a
I
threat.
can film anyone I
I
want.
made a threat to him,
Yeah.
yes.
No,
But
you cannot- it's my
wouldn't
private.
you?
You're
You've just been
private.
attacked.
You're
I'm in
public.
line. I'm in line. I'm in line.
Oh, fuck off. Go away, you come to
cannot.
me.
I'm telling
Touch
you.
me again,
I'm not touching
I
you.
will defend
not
myself.
touching
You
you.
just did.
I'm telling
You
you.
touched
Put the
me.
camera off my face. Put the camera off my face.
No, you walked into a camera.
Step back again.
Put the camera off
No.
my face. What
What are you going to do about it?
If you put it on, I'm going to smash it.
You're going to smash
Don't
it?
put it on my face.
What's your name?
That's a threat.
Yeah, I do, because you made a threat.
That is
I'm not telling
also
you.
a battery.
You said you're going to smash my property.
Because you are
A
putting it
threat
on my
is
face.
I haven't
also
put nothing in
battery.
your face. You come to a
recording me.
camera.
So you will get that. Threat is also battery. It's a minor, verbal assault. It's a threat.
are
You
recording
came
me.
to
So
a
that's
camera.
two.
You are in the private
You ran
property.
out. No.
You are in the
Listen.
private property.
Listen to the Queen's
You are-
English.
No, I don't need to.
Well, the
I'm
King's English
I'm
now
hearing you.
is you ran out
What
to a
I'm telling
camera.
you.
You
What
ran
I'm
out
telling
to
you.
a camera.
Because you are putting it on my
You
face.
assaulted me.
I'm not assaulting you.
Yes, he did.
You have the
Did he
are the
touch my
camera.
camera?
I'm
Did he
telling you.
touch my camera?
giving you the
Move it.
permission
I'm
to-
not
Doesn't
giving
need
you
permission.
We are not giving
I
you the
don't need
permission to
permission.
record.
You know I
If you
don't.
are recording us,
You know I
if you are recording
don't.
us, you have
No, I
to-
don't.
You have to take our permission.
I don't need your permission.
But
Why
why are
you
you
are
recording
recording
me?
us?
Because
Why are you
I
recording me?
can.
Why?
Why?
Because of all the bullshit that your company
No,
and the
Can
mainstream
you move
media
back? Can you
puts
move
out.
back? You
No.
are crossing the barrier.
I'm not crossing the barrier. I'm behind the barrier.
Touch me again, I will not
Here we
be
go.
clean into next week.
You have to move back.
I will not
I have
go
to
into
move
next
back.
week.
You
Trust
move
me.
There you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Touch me again.
I am already
Touch me
behind
again.
the
No, I'm
line
off
when
the
he's
property.
assaulting me.
You are
Look.
crossing the barrier.
Yeah, am I now?
The barrier you are crossing. Move
Yeah,
back.
No, I'm not even on
I
the
was
barrier.
never. See, I
Not
wasn't
on the
even
barrier.
crossed those
You're now
lines.
moving the barrier.
Well, I'm telling you.
You
move back.
assaulted me twice.
I'm not assaulting you.
Yes, you did.
Well, that's
I'm not assaulting
three
you because you
times.
put the camera
What's
on
your
my face.
name?
You don't need to know my name.
What's your name?
You don't need to know my name.
Yeah, I do. You assaulted me. Call the police.
You don't need to.
Call the
You don't need to
police.
call police. You are
Yep.
in private property.
No. You pushed me. You pushed me once
I'm telling you
when
to
you
move
came
over
out.
here.
What are you going to
I
do now?
told you.
You're going to smash my camera now?
Make the way for the truck. Make
You're
the way
going
for the
to
truck.
smash my camera now?
Can you move
Just
away?
move away. Make the way for the truck. Just move away.
You're going to smash my camera? You came out in an aggressive manner. You came out in an aggressive manner. You came out with an aggressive manner. I've got a mark on my arm.
Move back.
Gonna show the mark.
Move back. Move
No. Touch, come near me when I'm on
It's
public
not-
property.
It's not public.
Yeah.
Even that
This
one
is public. This is public.
That
See
is
this
public.
marking here? See that marking? That's a public marking.
That needs to come out.
That's a public marking. Fucking public marking. Suggest you call the police, cocker. Suggest you call the police, because I'm having you done for assault. Yeah, I want you done for assault. Well, I'm going to call them.
Jaguar
I'm gonna call
security.
them. That's assault, you cock end.
As you all know, it's Jaguar Security Limited. They're based in Croydon. I tried today to log a complaint via the SIA, which is obviously government. You go through the government site and it says you want to make a complaint. I tried to make a complaint, but every time I go to submit, something's not working. So I don't know if anybody else that is on tonight could help. Because everything helps, right? Is that you complain that you've watched the video that somebody getting assaulted by their staff members. And even if somebody just goes on to and tries to make their own complaint on the government website, you know, it all helps. But this coming up is the ultimate assault. This one is when, because ultimately what he was trying to do, he was trying to knock my camera out the gimbal. But what he did do is he broke my gimbal.
So can you comment on the your residents? How many times the police have been called here? How many times? I'm not crossing it. There you go. I'm still behind it. So come and touch me again. So how many times have the police been called here? How many times? I thought against Shia law, the drinking is haram. Is that correct? Is drinking haram? Can I ask, is drinking haram?
Do you know you are not professional? You are not professional journalism.
I can ask questions,
Because,
whether or not you answer them.
because if you are professional,
Yeah.
you won't be. You are just. a
No.
YouTuber.
If you were professional,
You are a YouTuber.
how am I being racist?
Yeah.
Drinking's haram, isn't it? How is that being racist?
I don't know.
I'm asking a question.
You know,
Okay?
You don't
I'm
have
asking
the
a
right to
question.
put the camera in his face.
You don't have a
have the
right
right.
to lay a hand on another
I'm telling
man.
you.
You don't have a
can hold
right.
the camera like that. You don't need to put a camera on my face.
There you go.
There you go. Well, what provoked that assault? I'm not on the property. What provoked that assault?
Again, I have
You don't
every
need to put
right.
the camera on my face.
I have every right to
Why
film
you. Put
you.
the camera on my face?
I have every right to film you. And you're going on YouTube. YouTube.
Because you are making money
YouTube.
From me, is it?
No, you've
You are
assaulted
making
me.
money from me.
I haven't shown you no aggression,
making
mate.
money from
You've
YouTube, is
assaulted
it?
me twice.
You are making money from YouTube.
No. I'm not making any money.
You are making money.
None money. No money. You're a thug. A thug.
Anybody watch an ad
A
on this
thug.
video?
That's what you are. A thug.
Go on to
thug.
this video on my
You assaulted me
YouTube
twice.
and watch it.
And this
Guarantee
is going to
you
Avon
won't
and Somerset.
you won't watch an ad.
This is assault.
So it's not monetized, so I'm not making money from YouTube.
You pushed me off the property, and then you then proceeded to grab my camera when I'm stood behind the line. Assault.
I thought I was still on the property on all the assaults, but viewing the footage is I wasn't
is.
on the
Assault.
property in no time. There you go, beer cans coming in. Cans in the
So I
in the
can
bag.
understand
Cans
how
in the bag.
residents are acting. If that's how the staff are acting that are looking after them. And asking a question whether or not drinking was haram isn't being racist, cocker. Okay? You should know that. It's asking a question. Because up on that bus stop, right? Loads of beer. I'm not past it. Loads of beer cans. Loads and loads of cider cans. Right? So I thought against Shia law, drinking was haram, was forbidden. Because that's what haram means, isn't it? Forbidden? Not allowed? But there's hundreds of beer cans because I know they've come from here because there's a trail all the way up. And the only people that are using this hotel is service.
Right. The barrage of abuse that I get on messages and shit like that, but these messages get held for review because a lot of swear words and stuff like that, expletives, they get held for review. I have a look at them. If they're all right, I let them pass, right? If they're not, because you've got to be mindful of what comments you put on YouTube because that does all affect the algorithm. of how they pick up, because they pick up keywords in the algorithm, and they think if people's commenting hatred all the time, they don't promote the channel. It all, you know. So you got to be a little bit. So I got a comment left today, which was held for review, and fucked them off the channel straight away because they clearly don't want to listen to reason because I answer it. In this video, there's a big blank gap of a few minutes. Right now, I explained that already. If people watch the live and the premiere, what I put out is when you put video footage together, right? This is the main footage, which was about 12 minutes long. Right. Then obviously I put me overlays in and everything. I put, you know, the start of the header. I cut out what they call the hook. I play for a few seconds at the beginning so people go, whoa, fucking hell, that's going to happen. I better watch the video. You know, then I play the titles, then the video plays, right? But unfortunately, when I put it through the editor, I didn't move the timeline back to bring this last little clip to the end of the footage. There's a 3 minutes blank gap. So the comment read that there is a caravan park directly opposite the bus stop, right? Like a caravan site, right? Now, I know for a fact that bus stop is a rural bus stop, and when you normally drive past there, you'll see the well-worn path all the way up to the bus stop, and you'll see around the bus stop that it's completely modified because it's had heavy traffic. All right, they were trying to tell me that those cartons and the beer cans were from the holiday camp. All right, and the only reason why it's not a holiday camp, it's like a private caravan park. You know, we can look at it on Google in a minute. They tried to tell me that it was from them, not the migrants. All right, which is, we can prove it's from the fucking migrants because, you know, just like that. So let's bring it. Let's play it.
Users, the alleged asylum seekers. If you're on the phone to either the police or anyone, tell them I'm Tyrant Finder UK and they know who I am. But you're going to get done for assault, cocker. You're going to get done for assault, cocker. There you go, a nice close-up of you.
I just posted a link in the chat if anyone wants to come on. But practically the same as StreamYard, but I can just do a little bit more. That's me trying to reactivate my gimbal, if you can hear the bleeping. It's not right.
Thugs. Thugs. Jaguar Security employs thugs. Well, we'll take a walk up here to see, like I said, you know, drinking is haram. Yeah? We'll walk up and have a look. So we're walking up to the bus stop now at the Holiday Inn. And the only people that really use this now, because this is an out-of-the-way bus stop.
You can see it. A well-worn path.
Is service users from the hotel.
And I'm only using the word service users to take the piss. Beer can there, look. It goes blank in a minute. I'll fast forward the footage. It's, like I said, it was just because I didn't move it back on the timeline. See what they're doing, I was stopping and keep looking back because they're now out on the road looking to see if I've got a vehicle parked nearby. Because really, there's nowhere to park. This is on the right hand side, I'm just passing. That's the entrance to the caravan park. Now, the gates were locked on that caravan park. And there we go. It goes blank for a little bit. So let me just forward it on. Because to the footage, because all I was going to show is that footage.
Why the bus driver refused
The footage from the
them
bus
to get
stop.
on the bus today because maybe of drinking. Only people that use this bus stop now are the service users from the hotel.
So we see that well-worn path on the video. Now, if you'll remember, that's my second visit to that hotel. And I walked down that road before, that very track, on the very first. So we have a look at the very first visit, then we can compare, what that track was like. Because I think I walked from the bus stop. I think so. Let's have a little look, see. I'll have to watch it through here. Oh, you may get this, so I'm just gonna. There you go. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know how far it is back in my. Here we go. This is back 3 months ago. Let's have a little look. See, let's bring that out. Oh, come on. Hang on. We'll do it this way. Give me a minute. Always a balls ache. Right, it's got it. Let me go shut that down. Do it this way. So a little bit of a worn track, but probably not as much, is it? I would say. Let me just. There we go. But mind you, they have been here a few months already. I think they came in May.
What an odd place to lock your bike up.
Yeah, that's what I did think. Holiday Park just on the left-hand side. We got somebody, Cyrus backstage. Do you want to flick your camera on? So I can see you. Because people get porn bombed a lot. There you go. Went out. Somebody wanted to come into the stream, but obviously didn't want to show themselves to me before I bring him in. It's a bit like, yeah. No big hands though, is it really? It's quite clean. So, here's a funny one. They obviously can't read a sign to keep Britain tidy. Right. This is a good one. It says within so many days, all service users must be they must have a, what do they call it? Induction to the local area, i.e. what is expected of them, i.e. don't litter. If you've got a piece of litter, take it home with you, right? Clearly they're obviously not listening, are they? Nice and clean, isn't it? Still pretty green around there. Little bit further out this time, isn't it? Quick, get a mask on. Now this was back, I think it was in June. They set fire to the place. Hang on. Must be where the fire was. Just there, I don't know if you can see, there must be where the fire was. Yep. So Athens. This was a lot more pleasant. They have got minibuses, but they don't have them anymore. They have a white one which isn't got any logos on at all. Those have now gone. I do have another news report to show you in a minute after this video. We'll let it play. I don't know how many of you have seen it.
Ushering all back inside.
Subsequently, this day, I didn't realise that North Somerset Council leader was on site. His name is Steve Bridger. You'll see him walk out in a minute. He's the gentleman that says he's interviewed several of the residents, one of them being a IT consultant. You'll see him in a bit, driving away. But I didn't know who that was at the time.
So at the Holiday Inn Bristol Airport, the third hotel to be used in Bristol to house migrants. This hotel was set on fire back last month.
It's weird with the Bristol postcodes. This comes under North Somerset District Council, but it has a Bristol postcode. Bristol postcodes goes right down to Weston-super-Mare. It's weird, the boundaries, but it comes under different councils. Yep. Feel sorry for them. Someone put a comment earlier. Feel sorry for them. They must be freezing in those hotels and absolutely fucking starving. But they get to heat and eat, whereas other people that have to choose.
Very good.
Just imagine not having to worry about heat and eat. And look how clean it is there. That was June, July. Well, it's 3 months ago. So what are we on now then? September, August, July. Yeah, end of June, July.
Quick, check your perimeter.
Wait for old Steve Bridger, wherever he is. You can't, hang on. Do this. Because most of you have seen this, haven't you? He's the guy stood there in the grey trousers. You see him in a minute. There he is, right there. I believe that's the North Somerset Councillor Steve Bridger. I believe. I looked at other pictures of him online, and obviously I don't know him personally, but that looks like the bloke. Don't know if we got anyone who's from North Somerset, like who knows what he looks like, can confirm yes or no that's him. But I believe it's him. Madness, isn't it? See, I have messages sent to my inbox on Facebook because a lot of people still do communicate, especially local people that live in local areas like this. They're on like the Facebook groups. They found me, they contacted me, and they said they've heard rumours that they're banned from. See, down the road is a place called Churchill, That's where all like the real shop is, and they got like a Budgeons and a garage and things like that. But that's still quite a way away. Local shops around there, to them, there's none. So, but by all accounts, the reason why they had Winford Manor is because they were getting problems inside that hotel with the women and the men. Yeah, I'm on Telegram. Type Telegram in the chat. A link to the channel should pop up. That was him pulling out then, I believe. Or pulling out. But we're on the walk back up. Bit different, isn't it? Fucking voted by migrants. You see I left pretty sharp-ish. I'll show you why I left sharp-ish.
Full of edges there, all right? See you later, guys.
There's migrants like fucking around me on the left, on my left hand. I don't know if I got them on camera. Where are they? I don't know if you see them or not. Madness. Madness, yeah, I keep saying madness. Yeah, I got migrants behind me, so that's why I'm fucking... They're on this side of the road. That's why I've gone in the middle and trying to get to the other side, so at least I've got traffic in between me if they start chasing me, so... But you got to remember, I go on my own 99% of the time. See, there they are, look, running up the road.
Running for the bus.
And at this time, parked opposite the bus stop. Well, there's another bus stop, and my wife's parked in it. Find out a way how to get my screen back to me. I don't know if we get a good look at the bus stop to see how, you know, how dirty it is or how clean it is. You see a car pull out in a minute and go past. But what I didn't realise, I think, which one I track. That one there is now rushing. He's thinking that I know about Winford Manor, but at that time, I knew nothing about Winford Manor. So he's now rushing to Winford Manor to give them backup, which I thought was quite funny. So did I end the video there? I think I did. And that was the end of that video. So, but the grass looked green. It didn't look really downtrodden, did it? in that news report I showed earlier, it was showing that they are using invalid tickets or not correct tickets for the bus. But obviously, the woke agenda wouldn't put that they're banned from shops because they're thieving. They're harassing the local residents. The local residents, it was at a council meeting. They haven't put out that the council meeting was actually ram-packed with local residents' concerns for the hotel. And all I showed you a document earlier which we didn't read, and we didn't read what the Home Office's response was, did we? So we'll bring it up again and we'll have a look this time at what the Home Office response was. Now the computer is running all right now. It's because I stopped everything. View. Now we can. There we go. Open up. Open up that. Let me go back over here. Open up this. Open up that. Oh, there's a lot of fiddliness, isn't there? Allow. There we are. Right. Let me go on to that. So you can all see that document there where, you know, it's just a lot of to and fro in from different councillors. You said there that we've got to accept it, that we got to allocate it. So to me, that's put up, shut up. And the response from the Home Office, let's have a little look, see. There we go. Redacted. This is the Home Office response. Okay. We engaged extensively with local authorities, police, fire, and other partners when establishing a hotel. They're calling it a hotel, right? But it's not. It's a hostel. Including using multi-agency forums to ensure concerns are addressed promptly at the site operates, right? For the safety, security, and well-being of those we house. So, fuck the local residents, you know, because it states that we house. We do not routinely engage directly with the local community. Would you not find that quite odd that they wouldn't engage with the local community, as we are not and we will not be attending public meetings about this hotel. We are happy to address concerns and queries raised by councils and local partners via Asylum Support Engagement Team inbox redacted. We were kindly asked and local partners via our Asylum Support. We were kindly asked if you do not provide this email address to members of the public. Why? Because they're afraid they're going to get bombarded with you know, it's just absolutely laughable. In providing guidance to members of the public in contacting the Home Office, please follow the instructions on the government.uk website, which we all know it doesn't work half the time, and it doesn't really give you any sort of information, do you? Yeah. And then obviously it goes on, Paula. I'm not going to read them out. I'll just let you read them. You know, because it is under freedom of information.
Actives never claimed to be a squaddy. It's Novi who's a squaddy, ex-squaddy. Actives never claimed to be a squaddy. He supports veterans. Well, I don't know if I've read it wrong or anything, but no, Actives never claimed to be a squaddy. Let me go back through that. Hang on. Don't know when everyone's finished. If you, no, don't matter when everyone's, that's it anyway. So basically, is it reading from, reading from that context by those emails, it is basically put up, shut up. There's no recourse, is it? There's no redress. There's nothing that we can actually do to sort this mess out. Or actually, hang on, just got a reply. There you go. Sent. Oh, I'll wrap this up in a bit. Posted a link. Don't know if I should send it to people or not. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't matter anymore anyway. All finished with that one? Do-do-do. But then you got the people like setting up the GoFundMe, they're sitting at over £1,000 already to get them transport. Yeah, they've got a minibus service, right? They've got a minibus that used to transport them into town. Somebody said to me that they drove past the other day and it had a smashed back window. So that is out of commission at the moment. So that's why there's probably more of an influx on the local bus. So, yeah. Let's read the chat a minute. Yeah, they have. GoFundMe. Put the picture up earlier. That's right, Matt. It basically that all that emails is councils. That's why they're not being informed, because I've said yesterday and everyone's been saying that they've changed the immigration laws whereby anything to do with asylum seekers, the government can overrule, the Home Office can overrule local authority. So basically, if they said they want to put 1,000, 2,000 migrants in Bristol, then Bristol's got to go, oh, yeah, okay, rose-tinted glasses. We haven't got enough of our own problems to deal with. We got 2,000 other. But I don't know how many, there's no figures. Now, we know exactly, right? There's 30,000, 32, nearly 33,000 that have come over already this year so far, then not including what the people that are already here, because so you've got to remember, they've been using these hotels for years. It's only come apparent to other areas where they've now started to put them in more what I call demographically the more affluent, expensive areas where you get a little bit more square footage for your buck, right? Well, it's more expensive for your square footage on your buck, let's say. So, and a lot of houses in that area have got a lot of land. So, where are they going to put them? They put them in
seaside resorts. How bizarre. So not only you're going to kill seaside economy, haven't you? You look at Paintons, at Skegness, you know, they're dying seaside towns anyway, weren't they? You know, because we all know people go abroad, they don't, you know, they go ever, they don't go down to the seaside resorts anymore. So they were dying off anyway. No one's going to go to these resorts anymore now because of the influx of the, you know, boat people. Right? People aren't, you know, the local authorities are not taking into consideration the cultural differences with people from different areas, let's say. When you stick 80, 90, 100 adult men in a hotel that is made up of a village of 3,000-4,000 people, then, and that those villagers are predominantly Anglo-white, Anglo-British, then I'm sure you're going to get some cultural differences, isn't it? It's showing that now, fact. But all we're hearing is the woe is me asylum seeker. It's not. That is a stark reality of exactly what's going on. Stark reality. You know, I really want one of those pairs of rose tinted glasses because I want to see the trip they're on. Really do. They try to say in the council meeting as well that they get no money whatsoever. No money whatsoever. That's bollocks, isn't it? We all know that. If you're living in a hotel, you get money off the state. Simple as. Just pisses me off when people don't tell the truth, regardless how stark it is or how bad it is. You know what I mean? You fuck up. Oh, I fucked up. Look, we made a mistake. Right? It's getting out of hand. But they won't. It's a bit like this whole, you know, lockdown business. It's people that believed and still believe so much, they will keep doubling down and doubling down and doubling down because, one, people don't like losing face. All right? So regardless, isn't it? It's everything. Obviously spend their money on summer. Obviously. They do. Yep. They obviously spend their money on beer. We spend it on that as well. But they get their laundry done. So, you know what I mean? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it? Right. Okay. How are their clothes being washed? Now, we all know what appliances uses the most electricity. Wash machines, yeah. So they always advise you to put your wash machines on at night, don't they? Because the tariff is allegedly cheaper at night to run these appliances. Blah, 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 blah. Just imagine, right, when you don't even have to worry about any of your laundry doing. Because they're living in hotels, right? How is their clothes being washed? It's obviously going to the laundry, isn't it? I guarantee you, right, they've either got access to their own washing machines or that big truck that turns up, right? Because that's quite a big truck for the amount of linen. You know what I mean? It's regardless anyway. That's just a different fact. How's their personal clothes being washed? Please don't tell me they've got a little bag. You know when you go to hotels, you got like a laundry bag. You put your laundry in, yeah. You put your items on the little ticket, all right? That goes outside your door. Someone comes and collects it, washes it, irons it, brings it back nicely folded for you. I hope to God that they've at least got them to do their own washing. I really do. So you get all that. You don't have to worry about. Just imagine not having, right? Because I've gone down now, right? In the rooms that I don't, because a lot of houses they've either got thermostat on the wall, haven't they, or they've got thermostat controls on each radiator, right? I've got thermostat controls on all my room room ones, so I can go along and I can set it. So in rooms that we don't often use, so like the toilet when we're in and out, you know, that's turned right down. Bathroom is set to mid. Bedrooms middle. Living room is high because obviously heat rises. So obviously the upstairs will get the effect from the downstairs. So blah de blah. Hallways on the thermostat control, so that goes on and off when the temperature drops within the house to a certain level. But all the other rooms are set on thermostat control, and they're set lower now. Just imagine not having to worry about that. What worry they've got whether or not their asylum claim is going to get accepted or not. But, you know, like we all say, is you've made it to across the channel and you've set foot on British soil. And I don't like to use the word British. I'm very reluctant onto English soil, because technically if they're landing in Dover, they're landing in England. So once they've set foot on English soil, it's a done deal. They've got they're not going home. You know, the only way they're going home is if they're somewhere on their travels, they've managed to have their fingerprints taken. Because just imagine being able to go to another country, right, with no documentation, and then say you're somebody else at a younger age, and then basically start your life all over a fucking again. Because the state will give you documentation on your word alone that you're that person. Just imagine that. Madness, isn't it? I find it quite mad being able to do that. And then we got Care for Calais today. Dungeness, beach landing. Boom. Those crossing the beach. Mind you, yeah, there was a few children at the end of the thing, but as you know, predominantly adult males. Yeah, and Fox and Ban, you're right. Just imagine. Because once you got identity, right? Oh, it's just loads. Where'd it go? One comment. There it is. You get a credit rating. Mad. Absolutely mad, isn't it? Yeah, that comes under the asylum repatriation. That's a different one. That's a different document I got to read, because once, you know, they're able to claim repatriation. I don't know. They obviously class wives, children, as you know, can come over. I don't know how far that extends, because most of these have got huge families, haven't they? They even got their nans and shit like that, and you know, and mind you, what we got left of the National Health Service is at the brink of collapsing. I think all services are just at the brink of collapsing. Everything, police, you know, it took, you know, to log that crime that happened to me, it took ages, right? You know, they've had to ring me back twice, you know, because the first time is when I logged it, but they didn't give me the crime number. And the second time is obviously they rang me back to give me the crime number because I asked them to give me a call back. So every service will collapse. It's right, okay, I thought this tweet that I put out, right, because obviously we've seen the document, how much they're paying contractors to provide accommodation, and these are private contractors. This is what, you know, this is public money. This is public money so our money that's being spent, and we haven't been asked. This is another crazy issue that I cannot get my head around, is that people are not outraged that they're spending this amount. This, you know, a huge... Oh, where is it? Oh, where? Here we go. So what I thought I'd do, right? I thought I would, you know, get a map of the UK. I thought I would then, you know, colour code it all. Then I put the individual areas in of how much is being spent, you know, so it's like, boom, there in your face. And it didn't get like many retweets. And I'm thinking, that's just like fucking mental. Let me just bring that up. Look at that figure. Look. Why are people not going absolutely mental at that figure? Fucking landlords, fucking Serco's milking it, Mears are milking it, Clear Spring Ready Homes are milking it. I think that's to provide accommodation for the next 5 years. I can't remember, something like that, 5-10 years. I don't know. But obviously, there's probably a clause within the contract saying that, you know, they can add expenses or something like that. They've got, you know, I don't know. That just blows me away, that figure. 4,553,000,000. That's 4,000 million, is it? 4,000 million? Crazy. Thank you, Mickey Mouse, for that donation. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll start GoFundMe on it, eh? It's up to £1,000 already. Wow. I'm lost for words. I'm just lost for words. Do people not care? What is wrong? Right, I need somebody in the chat to actually tell me why people are not going crazy over that figure. I need an answer. I just cannot accept it. Thank you, thank you. I keep bringing up the wrong. Is that the right one? Super chat from Hells. Thank you very much. So we're just printing more and more money, more and more money. Now, is this right? Is this now everyone's milking it right now? Now, is this to finally collapse the economy so they can go, do you know what? We got a simple solution for all this. Simple solution. We can make it all digital. We just go digital and we make currency all the same value. You know, that's just a thought of mine I've had. Chat's going a bit fast. It was for me then. It just shot up. Must have got a glitch. So I don't, you know, that infuriates me. Absolutely infuriates me. Sorry. Excuse me. But you know, I'm a racist. I'm a racist, obviously, clearly, because I have an opinion that this is unsustainable. Absolutely unsustainable. But I'm, you know, clearly supporter of wrong things. There's bad in the world of everything, but this has gone stupid. Sorry, I took my headphones. I don't know why I wear my headphones. It's only so I can hear the audio back. That is clearly the only reason. Do I have a membership? I do, but then again, Hells, I wouldn't suggest people to because that's just giving into the corporations, isn't it? The elite, the likes of YouTube and things like that. That's just giving into them. You're actually, you know, by giving to me through the channel, you are actually giving YouTube 30%. You're going, YouTube, there you go, 30%, have it. You know, I'm giving you money for the sake of it. You know, I'd rather people don't give through the channel, or even actually, I don't even know why. Maybe I did. Maybe at the beginning I got wrapped up in the whole YouTube thing, and I thought, oh, you know, I've becoming a capitalist where I'm thinking, oh, I just monetize everything. You know. Hello, IPG. So I'd rather people didn't give through the channel or actually join the channel. To be quite honest, it's one of those things. You can all hear me all right because I'm sat back from the mic now. I can't be bothered to be that close. I don't need to be. There's no need for me to be that high, that back. But you can all hear me all right, yeah? It sounds all right. I hope so. It should come up. Let me have a little look, see. Should come up. The algorithm on stream elements should pick it up. There you go. You've only got mention, put keywords in. It should come up automatically every now and again. So I don't know why it comes up like that. 2 stream elements. It should come up as 1 on that one. Don't know why. It's see, there's a danger to life warning being issued for obviously the whole of like central England all the way up to Scotland. Big line, big yellow line saying like we're going to get heavy winds. I'm sat in the shed, and it's quite windy out there actually. Sorry, I'm reading a chat. There's 170 of you in here. Don't know how many likes there are. See how many people are getting notified where you see that. Hang on a minute. There's a weather warning. Hang on a minute. I'll bring it up. I'll find it. Hang on. Yeah, danger to life or something. Hang on. I'll find it for you. Hang on. I'm just finding it, people. Just finding it. There we go. It did issue one. Where is it? The whole of central England. Unless I fucking dreamt it. There we go. No, that's rain. Wind, here we go. Wind, here we go. So basically from Newcastle upon Tyne all the way down to like Wales, they've issued a weather warning at the moment. Extreme winds, storm. See, this is climate lockdown coming. You know what I mean? Because didn't they advise people to stay in because it's going to be rainy and a little bit windy. You know, fucking mental. Fear porn. I'm sure I've seen the whole of England though. Trying to like me fucking. Right, I've got to find this article. Hang on. No, can't find it. Must have dreamt it. But if let me turn off. I haven't got my other mics hooked up so you can hear the wind outside. Hello, Swifty. Anyway, everyone, thanks for joining anyway tonight. English bottle cap. What did you say there? I'm reading that thing. I've got go back down to the chat down here. Where is it? Oh, is it? BBC News says yellow wind area affected northeast England, northwest England, southwest Scotland, and all that. Yep. Lothian borders, Wales, Yorkshire, and Humber. We got a little bit of wind here. Thank you, Summer. That's so nice. Yeah, that was quite bizarre, wasn't it? Queen's Guardman who accompanied the coffin at the funeral dead just before 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Obviously, there'll be an inquest and it may be released. It probably, you know, we can't speculate on how he died. Fair play to him, though. I'm not a royalist. I'm not, you know what I mean? She died. You know, I'm sad because the person died, not, you know, sad because she was anything else. Sorry if that offends people. They own a lot. You look at it, the sovereign, like we spoke about it before, and this is what, you know, Jim, correct, not political, he doesn't get, hang on a minute, I got a message. Just got to reply to this. It's, yeah, I served my country and all that, and like I said to everybody, right, it was a time where, you know, I wasn't awake. Right? I wasn't awake to what I am now. I was in the army, I served. Right? So what you know, this is before I found out, you know, the royals or all this. I've always had a, you know, inkling throughout my life, and I think of what makes them better. They're only there because they were born into it, and I always, you know, I couldn't fathom that out. But yeah, I served the country. You know, I you know, mainly there for the people around me, not the crown in any way, shape, or form. So that's going to be off the whole train of thought now. So I don't understand people, you know, they say, oh, they don't support paedophilia and shit like that, but then they support the Queen who paid Andrews, you know, hush money. And this is what I don't understand. And everything, if you don't have a will at all, if you haven't made a living will or, you know, or any sort of will, your money goes to the crown. So your property and everything goes to them. So what makes them, I don't understand it. Yeah, they covered up Andrew's doings. This is what I don't understand. It's bad. Andrew, the very naughty boy. I'm still here. You know what? This is what I don't understand. With Andrew, right? He said, you know, it wasn't. We all seen the BBC documentary, didn't we? When they went and interviewed him at Buckingham Palace, right? We all seen it. It's been critiqued. Yeah, you know, he gave some bollocks that he don't sweat, but he clearly does. Then he went on to say that it wasn't his hand around it. It was some whose was it? Fucking, you know. It was doctored, but it's clearly not doctored. yes, there has been other memes put out with other people in the picture, but we all can see that. But with that, and then he couldn't. This is the clincher, right? This is the clincher. He couldn't remember being there, right? Yet he can remember going to a Pizza Hut with Beatrice or Eugenie one time, right? He remembered a menial thing like that, yet he couldn't remember whether or not he was there. That is what I don't understand. All right? Now, what would you do as a parent that, all right, that you find out one of your children have, done something like that, and then you've paid off money? What would you do as a parent if you were in that sort of shoes? But then, what, you wouldn't have that sort of money, would you? You know what I mean? If you, a normal parent, would you accept it? I don't know. Would you pay off a debt? Would you pay us money? And it is clear fact, someone put in the chat then, that Andrew likes his teddy bears, doesn't he? He has specific teddy bears on his bed. He specifically orders his waiting staff to have these teddy bears that go everywhere with him. Right? Is that? I wonder what age he came off the titty. Was he ever on the titty? I don't know. This is madness, isn't it? Fucking hell. I bet Andrew is still on the titty. If he acts that much of a child, you look at Andrew, right? It's like a petulant child, isn't it? You even right, even Charles, right, King Charles. You look the way he acted when he shooed that pen tray away, right? Now I blame his grandmother, Queen Victoria, Queen Mother. Is it Queen Victoria? Queen Victoria? Yeah, Queen Victoria, Queen Mother. Bose Lions. I blame her for how those children are. Like the likes of mainly it was Andrew, because Andrew was the favourite son, but how Charles is, where he's got like sausage fingers and shit like that. That to me is like the lifestyle he leads. Very rich food, good wine, shit like that. Gout-ridden shite. So it's how they're treated. They're expected very high standards, and they expect, that I'll be very surprised if they, they didn't have somebody to wipe their own ass. Is there these people, when they live a life of when they don't put their own socks on, they've got valets where they come in the morning, open up the curtains, all that sort of shit. You lose touch with reality of the outside world, because we've all got to wipe our own asses and put our own socks on in the morning and open our own curtains, don't we? All that sort of shit. When you're brought up in that sort of lifestyle, you look at us like we are dirt on your shoe. And there's no way, you can paint a picture of like you love the people and shit like that, but that is completely and utterly false. We live in a serfdom. We're free slaves. Well, we think we're free slaves. And that's what we are, free slaves. Mental. Paul Jackson, I wipe my ass with my sock. See, it's an elitist class, isn't it? You know what I mean? They're getting. It's not a straw man, is it? Well, it is, Dominic. You are right. You are right. But you know, we all thought that common law, land, air, and water. That's what you know. It all comes down to divine law, doesn't it? God's law is stem. That's what it stemmed for. Injure armor loss. You know, but they're trying to. It goes basically. They're trying to put themselves above God, aren't they? Because it goes God, us, God and us, but they're trying to put it God, them, God, us. I don't know. I think your dad explained it better. It's madness. It's like even I said. So we're talking about families, right? The have done bad throughout history, and we've seen it, and we treat them right. We got to treat these. I treat the royal family are the biggest grifters. You know that it's like I put a meme out. I think it was. I don't know if it was quite good, readily received, but I put a meme out, and I put grifting champion from my coronation date up until her death. It's a bit like the meme I did when they caught Bin Laden. I put a meme out saying he's the world's fucking hide and seek champion. So it's yeah. So yeah, if we're talking about families that have done bad, you look at it, Quants, the Quants. Anyone know them? The Quant family. Put one in the chat if you know them. I've done a show on it. So the Quant family, if you trace them back through history, Stefan Quant is now is the owner. Well, he's the chair, I think, of BMW. But if you look back, they're obviously involved in batteries and lithium and shit like that, and it goes back to the war where they were taking people from the internment camps and the death camps and using them in their battery factories and shit like that. And obviously, when they invaded a country, they tried to take over Varta batteries. So with obviously Nazi help. So yeah, if you trace the Quant family back, but do you have to live with your ancestors' sins? If you're big in the industry now, and how you got there, isn't it? It's how you actually got there. If you got there by ill-gotten gains, which mostly, they escaped after the war without being charged within, and mind you, there was, when it was the Nuremberg trials, the Quant family, I can't remember which one it was actually going to be indicted, but I believe they could help the West after the war in providing all the batteries after the war. So mysteriously, the Attorney General that was prosecuting the American one, he didn't receive any paperwork. So, they were never indicted to stand trial, and look at them today. After the war, within the first year, they amassed £1 million profit within the first year after the war. So, that's just telling you of one sort of family that is still in power today that helped out with the regime during the war. So, Good documentary. Watch it on the Quant family. Very interesting. Just looking for some. My still 158 of you watching. 200 likes. 208 likes. Not bad. If you haven't hit the like button, hit it. Do if anyone's got a subject they want to talk about before I wrap it up. Got to bring that on a minute. Got to check something out. Got to check something out. I don't know. Oh, damn. Go to that. Go to that. Oh, no. That means nothing now. Oh, I got so much stick for that video. It's unreal. So much stick. People don't see half of the comments that I get from lefty fucking retards all the time. That yes, right. They say within their culture, yes, they do walk down the road in holding hands, right? But they clearly wasn't holding hands because they were friends, were they? Yeah, they ought to turn Buckingham Palace into an HMO, Margaret. That'd be a good one. So everyone's seen in here, haven't they? Ukraine on Fire. That's a good documentary. If you don't know what's going on, or anything about the history of the Ukraine and shit, watch that documentary first off. And then the other good documentary is the one that the BBC did in 2016 of like the Nazification of Ukraine, which was quite mental as well. So they're not even mentioning that now, and now they're all like, "Oh, fucking hell, poor Ukraine, bollocks, help them out, help them out." So those are a couple of good ones to have a look at. Let's see if I can find it. I bet you won't be able to find it now on YouTube at all. Hang on. Find it. Oh, no. Here we go. 2016. But you won't be able to find it now. Oh, here we go. Fucking beauty. Right. Absolute beauty. We can have some of that. We can watch this. I don't think it's not that long. And then I'm going. Wrong one. Where is it? Shite. Where is it? I've got to take it out. Hang on. There it is. We can full screen that. And then we'll come back down here. And then we'll go to select window. Can all see that, can't we? We'll all be able to hear it. You all can hear that, yep? We'll have a little, hopefully. Give me a 5x5 in the chat if you can hear it. Don't know why it's playing like that though.
In place of the defiant speeches, the somber strains of Beethoven now ring out over Independence Square. This revolution is moving into a new phase.
Bit weird.
Amidst the flowers and the children's tributes, flashes of something more sinister. Groups of armed men strut through the square with dubious iconography. That yellow armband is a Volksangel, a German symbol used by several SS divisions during the Second World War. Far-right graffiti is appearing, daubed on the walls of the city.
Don't know why
The
it's
people who brought
showing
down
you a
the
screen
government
like
were
that.
overwhelmingly ordinary Ukrainians, students and doctors, workers and even families, people who simply refused to back down. But the most organised and perhaps the most effective were a small number of far-right groups.
You are
When
seeing
it
the
came to
whole screen,
confrontations
but you're
with the
seeing it
police, It
weirdly.
was often the nationalists who were the loudest and the most violent. A group calling itself the Right Sector is perhaps the largest. Its members can be seen marching around Kiev in columns of about a dozen. Mostly they carry baseball bats. Sometimes they carry guns. We met these men posing for pictures outside the burnt-out remains of what was once their headquarters. I asked them about their political beliefs.
Национал-социалистская тематика иногда в некоторых людях она есть проступает. Как бы, чтобы была единая нация. Но не у всех, это не заложено в основе этой организации, это у некоторых людей есть.
А у вас?
У меня лично есть.
В смысле? Объясните.
Мне как бы нравится эта идея единой нации. Я хочу, чтобы нация была единая, чтобы один народ, одна страна, одна нация.
А это подразумевается что? Что
Как бы, чтобы чистая нация. Не то, что там, как бы у Гитлера как было, но в своем роде немножко, маленькая, но чтобы своя нация.
What about the East, I asked? What about Crimea, where many Ukrainians feel close historical ties to Russia?
Кому нравится Россия, пусть едут в Россию. Украина будет только для украинцев.
Police have largely disappeared from the streets of Kiev. Law and order is maintained by so-called self-defense groups. Not all hold extreme views, but those who do are often shy of the cameras. We got a late-night phone call from another group known as
Sorry, it's because I took my fucking camera out. Sorry about that. Let me find it again. We may do it another way. Here we go. Right. So. So, we can do it this way. All right.
Is affiliated with a political
Can you all
party,
hear this?
Svoboda, or Freedom, which now controls 4 ministries in the new government, including the Ministry of Defence.
You should be able to hear it and not see it.
2 of its MPs were recently photographed brandishing well-known far-right numerology. 88 stands for the 8th letter of the alphabet, HH, Heil Hitler.
We, as Svoboda, in no way espouse Nazi.
Right. Could you all hear that? Yes. Right. Now we can do this. All right. Let's do this. There we go. Now, can you all see and hear that?
In place of the defiant speeches, the sombre strains of Beethoven now ring out over Independence Square. This revolution is moving into a new phase. But amidst the flowers and the children's tributes, flashes of something more sinister. Groups of armed men strut through the square with dubious iconography. That yellow armband is a Volksangel, a German symbol used by several SS divisions during the Second World War. Far-right graffiti is appearing, daubed on the walls of the city. The people who brought down the government were overwhelmingly ordinary Ukrainians, students and doctors, workers and even families, people who simply refused to back down. But the most organised and perhaps the most effective were a small number of far-right groups. When it came to confrontations with the police, it was often the nationalists who were the loudest and the most violent. A group calling itself the Right Sector is perhaps the largest. Its members can be seen marching around Kiev in columns of about a dozen. Mostly they carry baseball bats. Sometimes they carry guns. We met these men posing for pictures outside the burnt-out remains of what was once their headquarters. I asked them about their political beliefs.
Национал-социалистская тематика иногда в некоторых людях она есть проступает.
That was in the trade union building.
Нация. Но не у всех это не заложено в основе этой организации, это у некоторых людей есть.
А у вас?
У меня лично есть.
В смысле? Объясните.
Ну, мне как бы нравится эта идея единой нации. Я хочу, чтобы нация была единая, чтобы один народ, одна страна, одна нация.
А это подразумевается что? Что...
Ну, как бы, чтобы чистая нация. Ну, не то, что там, как бы у Гитлера как было, но в своем роде немножко, маленько, но было, чтобы своя нация.
What about the East, I asked? What about Crimea, where many Ukrainians feel close historical ties to Russia?
Кому нравится Россия, пусть едут в Россию. Украина только для украинцев.
Police have largely disappeared from the streets of Kiev. Law and order is maintained by so-called self-defense groups. Not all hold extreme views, but those who do are often shy of the cameras. We got a late-night phone call from another group known as C14, inviting us to meet their leader at their new base. It turned out to be the former headquarters of the Communist Party, now occupied by the far right.
It's our general mission to totally ruin chains that connect our country with the imperial power from the past.
And that being Russia.
Yes, we can do Russia, not only Russia, Soviet Union.
Are you a Nazi?
No, I don't think I'm a Nazi, I'm a Ukrainian nationalist.
What does that mean?
The main confrontation is about that some ethnic groups have control many business structures, some economic, some political forces, and
which ethnic groups?
Russians and Jews and the Poles. It may be some non-Ukrainian group control a huge percent of some economic or political power. And of course, in this situation, Ukrainian people have some tension between it, and it causes conflict.
Like it was nothing.
Mr. Karas says his group consists of around 200 men. C14 is affiliated with a political party called Svoboda, or Freedom, which now controls 4 ministries in the new government, including the Ministry of Defence. 2 of its MPs were recently photographed brandishing well-known far-right numerology. 88 stands for the 8th letter of the alphabet, HH, Heil Hitler.
We, as Svoboda, in no way espouse Nazism. In fact, we fight against Nazism. For us,
why didn't he touch on what 14 meant as well?
Those are both
I thought that was quite weird.
Tyrant ideologies which destroyed the Ukrainian nation in the 20th century and fought against Ukrainians and killed millions of Ukrainians.
The fervour of the revolution is beginning to fade now. People are starting to move on. But it's clear that it was the radical groups who kept up the pressure on Viktor Yanukovych, and many of them feel that this really is their victory. The question is, how much power will that give the far right in the new Ukraine? Ukrainian politics is in a state of flux. Different groups are jostling for position. Left-wing activists have also taken control of some government buildings, but it's the right that appears to be coming out.
All right. Type into your search engine 14 words, all right, and see what you get back.
Out on top.
When the fighting started, they started to attract more and more young people, and then not only young people, but all kinds of persons. Where they were marginal, regarded as marginal previously, now they are seen as being at the core of the protest, and therefore at the core of those who now have a popular legitimacy to make decisions.
We'll have a look.
With their anti-Russian rhetoric.
This is back in 2016. Newsnight did this documentary.
Events in Crimea will almost certainly play into the hands of the nationalists. No one knows exactly how strong they are in terms of numbers, but the influence of the far right in Ukraine is growing.
That was first published, it must have been 4 then, 2014, Newsnight. Sorry, I do tell a lie, it wasn't 2016. 28th of February 2014, Newsnight put that out. Got a few emails I got to read when I go in. But I'm going to bring it to an end, unless anyone else has got anything to talk about. See, it's the whole thing. That was the BBC one I was on about. Ukraine on Fire is a bit longer, but that is a well worth a watch. If you know, and it goes on about the trade union. I'm not saying Russia's innocent by any means at all. But he's bleating on about the denazification, and that is all what the Minsk agreement was about. If we all get it back to the Minsk agreement, that There we go. My lights have just gone off. I'll turn my camera on and you can see that the lights have gone off behind me. There you go. Battery's gone flat. So the Minsk agreement was like, you know, he wanted to denazify the whole of Ukraine, blah, 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 blah. And everyone signed up to it, but they just wouldn't implement it. So if we look at it, none of them, neither side's good, because a lot of people have been killed on either side, innocent women and children as well. So, but it's always looking at the bad, isn't it? Oh, Putin's done this, Putin's done that. But you got, well, Ukraine did this, you know, they cut off the water to all the vineyards, right? Destroyed all the crops. The Alley of Angels, where all the children got killed. All the people inside the trade union building that got burnt alive, and if they got out, they were shot. So it's on both sides, but they only paint one side of the narrative, don't they? But on that note, I'm going to go. Thank you everyone for joining. Do appreciate it. Until the next time. Yes, Lynn, both as bad. All right, but we're only hearing one side of a story, and there's bad in Ukraine. You know, it's proven. So until the next time, I'm going. See you later before I go on another rant. It's been 2 hours. Bye, guys. Thanks for everyone for joining, and thanks for the donations I received. You don't have to give shit through, you know, to YouTube or anything. Does help, though. I do appreciate it. Bye, guys.